we should get into the hooligan of the week.
Yes.
So that we can eventually wrap up. So the hooligan of the week this week. Sometimes they just get weirder or crazier, but I really like this one.
Yeah.
We have Donkey from Shrek versus Kanye West. And this might be a battle for the ages.
Two music icons.
I was going to say as far as crazy goes. Not that, yeah.
See. Definitely both music icons.
Yeah.
I'm all alone.
Can we consider like Eddie Murphy, like himself, or is it just him?
It's got to be
Donkey.
It's Donkey singing, not Eddie Murphy's My Girl Wants to Party All the Time. You guys know that song?
No.
Oh, it's terrible. It's
incredible. Didn't he do that with Rick James too?
Yes. Rick James produced that song.
Shout out Buffalo again.
That's right. Eddie Murphy did that song, and then he did a song with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he did.
I can't remember that one either, but that song is classic. And then I think he also did one on one of his. I think this was supposed to be a comedy song, but it was What in the Butt.
Really?
Yeah.
He made that song, or he copied it from someone.
This album from like the late '80s had that song on it.
Wow.
And it was by Eddie Murphy.
I definitely know that song, but I didn't know it was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I remember from like a YouTube thing or whatever. But enough about what in the butt. We got to talk about a donkey fighting a grown man.
Yeah.
And I was saying to Matthew, that's why Kanye hasn't dropped his album yet, because he's so busy just fighting a bunch of different donkeys.
Yeah.
It's possible that he could. If anybody's going to fight a donkey, it might be this guy.
Is he still posted up in Mercedes-Benz?
I think he moved out because he did the show or whatever.
Okay.
Like the kind of
release party. I don't. Yeah.
That wasn't a release party, but which one of these guys? It comes down to which one of these guys is going to be able to out-talk the other one.
That's exactly what.
Well, this is how I see this. The first 40 minutes of this fight going is Donkey kind of running around in circles, like running his mouth, saying whatever Donkey does, and Kanye just kind of sitting there, getting continuously more frustrated, trying to tell Donkey that he is the best of all time and that nobody will ever beat him.
Oh.
And so that's how it starts, because Donkey will be jumping and running around like an Energizer bunny that he is, and Kanye will hate it because Kanye is Kanye, and he knows in his own mind, as you say, I do mine, that he is the best of all time.
That's actually an interesting point, because my first thought was that it's going to be tough to get inside Kanye's head because he's already so much in his own head, and his thoughts, the way that guy thinks, it's like things are just zooming around in there. But if you go at his ego, that's how you
shut
do
him right
it.
down.
And Donkey, whether it's through ignorance or just like pure fun, Donkey will. You know what? We've seen that Donkey doesn't necessarily realize when people are being serious with him, and he doesn't really care. Yeah. So the more Kanye would yell at him, I think the more he'd be like, I think the more he would play into the joke, because maybe that's his defense mechanism.
Yeah, I think it is. That's how I see it. That's what I mean when I say he will continuously frustrate Kanye to start this fight. That is how it'll get to the point of violence.
I just imagine Kanye just throwing a Yeezy at him. That's all I can think of. Is like
those shoes don't weigh a lot, though, do they? Those are pretty light.
Some of there's some bigger, some chunky ones.
Okay.
Not the slippers. Definitely not the slippers.
Yeah.
He's in pretty good shape, right, Kanye?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know. He had a period where he wasn't, but I thought that was like
he's like one of those guys I call slim thick. Like like he looks he's like one of those guys that's just like compact thick, like everything is in the right place.
And I could be wrong here, but every time I see him, I imagine him like not being tall. I look at him as like 5'4".
I don't think he's Tom Cruise short, but I don't think he's like super tall.
Yeah, I don't think he's tall. Watch him be like super tall. I don't think he's
be crazy. Either. Kanye's 6'7".
I mean, he's 5'8". That's not short. That's very average height.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You know, wow, man, it's tough. You think Donkey could take a punch from Kanye?
Yeah. I mean, Donkey at one point gets married to a dragon.
You know, dude, I was actually about to say that. That's actually a good point because if things are getting physical, then
promiscuous,
it can definitely handle his fair share.
Yeah, he has baby dragon donkeys.
Right, so we know it's going down.
Yeah.
We know Donkey fucks.
Yeah.
This is why I like having this show, because we get to say sentences like that.
Yeah, so I think that, and the weird thing to me is I can't even picture Kanye, like, punching somebody.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, I can picture it. I feel like he would try to punch him and miss.
Yeah, like, I don't know that he's physically inclined enough. Here's the thing about Donkey. So this is kind of what I'm getting at, is Donkey, they're both can be very moody, but when Donkey's up, he's up.
Yeah.
And I think that, like you said, kind of, Donkey's defense mechanism is to play into the joke when Kanye starts to get frustrated at him, right? And that will boost him up, rise his energy, rather than bring him down. I think that that's the biggest thing to consider is Kanye, to me, seems like he can get down, not like necessarily like in a bad mood, but his moods can shift downwards towards where he goes into almost low energy mode. And I think that he'll struggle to match the energy that Donkey would bring to a fight. Because that dude, Donkey can move. He can run. He can jump around. He's got quick feet. He's not afraid to show them off. He can tap those little hooves. Quick hooves.
Doesn't he just like appear places? Like in the first movie when Shrek think he's gone or whatever, he like appears like.
Yeah, I'm sure he shows back up. He's a resilient bastard for sure.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of Donkey.
No.
And that'll be to his demise, Kanye's demise.
Yeah, because Kanye will get sick of him fast.
That's true, but that's why Kanye lashes out in the first place, right? Is because he's sick of him. Yeah. I think Kanye would be able to connect with Donkey.
The
whole thing about his
hard heads, though.
Yeah, I guess so. But everybody's got a hard head.
Yeah,
they're called skulls. But
good call.
But with the thing with his wife being a dragon, like he does get like messed around with in those Shrek movies, like they fight people.
Yeah.
So I guess you have to say that that Donkey will be able to take more punches from Kanye than Kanye will be able to take kicks from Donkey. And I think maybe he could take at least 2. Because it's tough to get up from a donkey kick, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I think that Kanye, with his ego and everything being what it is, and him obviously, he's going to be very upset in this confrontation. You know, I think he would be able to take at least 2. The adrenaline would get him up for the second one.
The other thing that I have to say about Donkey is often, this is how I look at it. I don't know if I'm by myself on this, but you usually see Donkey next to Shrek, so you assume that he's small, but you have to remember that Shrek is a real-life ogre. So Shrek is ginormous. So Donkey's not that small.
Yeah, he's donkey size.
He's a donkey. I know, but like when you see him on the screen, you're like, oh, he's a little like pony, but he's not a pony.
Standing
he's a
next
donkey.
to Shrek.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So he's gonna have some juice. I think that I'm not ready to rule Kanye out yet. He's slipping at this point in time in my mind. But he would have to see. Now I almost think that my whole thing was that Donkey would have the stamina regardless of how the fight goes. But now I almost think that Kanye is so to a fault prideful that he would refuse to let himself lose to Donkey to the point that like he would just perish. He would just be done. He would no longer
I could see him
exist.
like set up a trap or something to get him. Cause I will say that's a downfall of Donkey. Like if the the whole waffles thing. Was it the last movie where they had like set up a waffle?
And
they trap him.
And
they're about to eat him.
I believe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, the ogres. The ogres trap him.
Oh yeah.
And Shrek saves him.
Yeah.
So like he's strong, but like he's also kind of stupid in situations.
So I actually thought of that too, because Donkey is very gullible in that sense. You could easily make him fall into a trap. My thing is, though, that, and I'm not, obviously Kanye isn't dumb. He's a world-class businessman. Who put out some great music. He's not a dumb guy, but he's so focused on himself that I don't know that he would think to set a trap. I think in my mind, like, and this is probably not true because of who he is. He's probably very good at preparation and making sure he's prepared for situations.
He definitely gives me like almost like insanity, like methodical vibes.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I almost am contradicting myself now. But I think with like when it comes to him versus somebody else, he's more focused on himself rather than the other person, which would make him overlook the opportunity for a trap. But if we are going to go with the idea that he is a very, very detail-oriented person when it comes to preparation, then he probably does set a trap and wins Donkey. So I guess that wins against Donkey. So I guess that's the difference in this fight right now is, do you think Kanye is too focused on himself to... Do you think he's losing the fight himself rather than losing to Donkey? Or do you think that he's coming in prepared enough to beat Donkey? I ask that to both of you.
What I see happening is basically they see each other, whatever. Kanye obviously tries to... I can see Donkey being like, oh, man, I'm your number one fan or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Kanye trying to punch him, miss a couple times, whatever. Kanye keeps going or whatever. He keeps going. And then, like, Donkey kicks him, knocks him out. Donkey is, like, sleeping or something. And he, like, set a trap and, like, kill him. That's what I see happening. I feel like Kanye to a point, and I say this because, like, in his career, he's been so, like, methodical. One thing I wanted to bring up was, like, I don't know if you guys probably haven't seen it, but LeBron James has this barbershop series, and he had Drake on, and everybody knows the infamous Drake versus Pusha T thing, when Pusha T revealed in his raps that Drake had a son, but Drake didn't tell everyone yet. And the reason Pusha T found that out later on, on the barbershop episode, is because Kanye West set something up. Kanye allegedly took Drake's beats that Drake sent him to, like, listen to, and then also... didn't he like drop his stuff around the same time, and then also told Pusha T that he had a son? Like, that's grimy. Yeah. So after I heard that, I was like, he's capable of kind of doing anything, and I think he's very methodical with those things he does. So I feel like he probably at first his ego would be hurt, but he would definitely have.
He was married to a Kardashian, and they
I don't know how he did that.
They are crazy people. In my professional opinion. I've actually never watched the show. I just imagine them being very methodical themselves.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So I have one question to ask, and 72 episodes in, I feel like this is pre-established, but if that's the case, because I can see Donkey doing that. If Donkey knocks Kanye West out, I can see Donkey being like, oh, fight's over, and laying down to take a nap.
But the fight never ends for Kanye.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
So even though Kanye's knocked out, the fight isn't over, correct?
No, not if he keeps...
Yeah, so if he gets back up after being knocked out, so I think that kind of just solidified the doubt in my mind. I was 99% walked into this room ready to pick Donkey, before we even had it, and I'm now going to change my answer. Too. So I'm going to lock my argument in here. I'm going to lock my pick in with Kanye West. The reason being, I do think that I think that is almost exactly how it would play out. I think that he's methodical enough. I don't think he would necessarily know that going in, but I think that if he got knocked out, Donkey would do something of that stature, like take a break, like, oh, fight's over, and start eating or take a nap or something like that. And I think Kanye would wake up and Donkey wouldn't notice, and like for like a lack of better terms, Kanye would like sneak up behind him and like snap his neck or something crazy and be like, yeah you tried to kill me? I'm Kanye West. I'm a god.
I can see him doing that too.
Yeah, that's definitely a direct quote.
Yeah.
Chandra, do you have your answer? You know who you're locking in?
Kanye. I'm locking in Kanye.
Okay. I don't know what this means, but I think that it applies here. Somebody out there who's not a moron like myself will be able to tell if this is true. This is actually a battle between the ego and the id. And like I said, I don't know exactly what that means.
It sounds very like biblical.
It's like
almost,
it's like a philosophy
it
thing.
Uh-huh.
And it's all throughout. This, I think that this is actually a very deep who would win.
Yeah.
And we did not realize it until now, us talking it through. I'm going to pick Kanye as well.
Let's go. Clean sweep. I thought you would once again open that window, throw your integrity out, and take Donkey just to have some
controversy on the podcast. No, because the battle. No, I don't, Matthew. I picked Tommy Pickles one time, and that I will admit was a fault versus Maggie Simpson.
And it was the worst pick of all time.
Ooh, yeah. No.
Was that the day that I told you had to put a gun to your head? Because whatever day that was, too, you absolutely.
That was the day it all changed.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's Kanye all around. I think this is going to be an interesting one for when people vote on our Instagram poll. Because everybody loves Donkey.
Everybody loves Donkey. And there's people out there that don't necessarily love Kanye West, I feel like, too.
Oh, sure. He could be a divisive figure, but yeah. We'll see. We'll see what it says.
So we'll lock that in. Who would win of the week? We're all going with Kanye West. Vote on that on our Instagram story. It'll be up on Friday. Let us know what you think. Donkey lovers, take into consideration, again, that this is a game of integrity. So don't just follow your heart. And then Friday, 4 p.m., Andrew Canada on Clubhouse will be there debating who should win this fight.
Yep.
I feel like the Clubhouse community, I feel like this is my prediction. Instagram's going to go Donkey. Clubhouse going to go Kanye.
Maybe.
Because you can have open discussion.
That's the thing. When you talk it out, because from a physical standpoint, a donkey versus a man with those kicks, you think donkey. But us here talking it out from a psychological standpoint, again, ego and id. I don't know what it means, but I think we're onto something with that.
A regular old donkey, not an like animated donkey that speaks English. I could probably beat up a donkey. You could probably beat up a donkey.
I don't know why I would even want to.
No, neither would I. But you're saying
I don't know with my bare hands. I might need a knife or something. With my bare hands, I don't know if I'll be able to take down a donkey.
Yeah, that's true. What would you do? Like try to?
You just punch it.
Just keep punching it.
I think so.